he's like, hey, I know this is weird. We haven't talked in years, but I feel like God wanted me to call you. And I was like, he's like, man, how you doing? I was like, I'm not gonna lie, man, I'm messed up. I'm literally like homeless right now. And he's like, I'm the manager over in New York City. He's like, send me your resume. Send me the resume. For you know what? I'm on a flight. I'm in this boardroom. I take the one good suit that I still have. You know what I mean? Clean it off or whatever. And I'm there like battling with like 22 different people for this position, and somehow I beat them all out. And then it starts, and I'm in the tech space,
No
and
way.
I'm headhunting for like the biggest companies like Adobe and Nike, Twitter, Goldman Sachs, all that stuff. So yeah.
So when you talk about headhunting, what does that mean?
Yeah, ultimately the fact that I'm negotiating with companies and finding out what they need, figuring out the scope of the project, and then being able to fulfill that afterwards with architects, designers, cyber people. So yeah.
It's incredible to see how, life can change
Oh,
in a moment,
that part right there.
and I really believe that sometimes it takes for us to go to our worst and to our lowest to really be able to see God and
For sure.
see Jesus and really be able to, ask for him. And, in the Bible, it talks about, I tell the story. I told the story the other day. It talks about little James. So little James, one of his followers, one of his disciples, and
Yeah.
he had an ailment in his leg, and he would see all these people get healed. So finally, he was like, hey Jesus, like, like, I'm walking with you. I'm one of your followers,
All right.
close followers. Like, will I ever get healed? And Jesus was like, that's the beauty in it. He said, there's so many people that can tell the story of being healed,
Mm-hmm.
right? But how many people can actually tell the story of walking with Jesus, following Jesus,
Right.
healing people in Jesus' name
Yeah.
with Jesus,
Right.
and still you need to be the person that gets healed? Not many people can tell that story.
For sure.
So that's the story of even when you're down, it's like, Jesus is always looking out for you. And
Always.
sometimes it takes us to go to our lowest to really be able to, like, Jesus was the only way. God was the only way.
For sure.
That's the only way I can explain it. And so I think that's a great testament to your story. And you seem like you've come out, on top with that. So
100%. And to piggyback on what you mentioned, I always tell people that the best days of my life happen after the worst days of my life, and that's why you got to keep living, right? And so even this right here, it's an infinity symbol. The whole logo obviously has the FFs, Forever Fearless, and then the infinity symbol. But if you turn it vertically, that turns into an 8. And so in my book, there's a chapter entitled, if you're reading this right now, and that was the one time that I thought about like committing suicide after I had lost everything in California, and so that 8 symbolized the 800,000 people that commit suicide a year. And so mathematically, that's someone every 10 minutes, and so my message is to get out to them and be like, you have something to live for. And even if you're in a horrible spot right now, everything could change at any time,